Since we're talking about trust, here's the relationship between the bank, the government, and the citizens. Banks trust that when they lend you money, you're going to what? Pay it back. And have I lost anybody yet? Banks are saying, look, I'm going to give you a certain amount of money, and just based on who you are on paper, I'm hoping that you can pay this loan back. Americans are saying, if I deposit this money, you're going to make wise investments with this money. So there's a relationship here between Americans and the banks. Banks are saying, hey, I'm going to lend you a line of credit. I'm going to give you $300,000 based on your current income. And situations, what, all the time? Change. But I'm trusting that for the next 30 years, you'll be able to make this money or pay this money back. Americans are saying, look, I'm going to put some money in a checking account. I'm going to put some money in a savings account. I'm going to put some money in a CD. And I'm trusting that y'all are going to take all of our money collectively and make wise investments so that your money can make more what? Money. But here's where people mess up. Banks are trusting that all of us will never need our money at the same time.
That's right. Exactly.
That's what people miss. Your entire system, the entire economy is based on, please, one day, don't let everybody go to the bank and say, give me all of that back. Because it's not really what?
There.
It ain't there. When you think about what I'm saying, when you put a stack of money in the bank, it's not really there. Now I know you saw a young lady take it.
Put it in the sheet.
You know, you're like, yeah, you walk out with a little receipt. But after that, the money really is not there. It's just a balance sheet saying that you have a certain amount of credit in this facility. So if you know that America is based on credit and lending and trust, you can see why we're in so much trouble right now. In order for people to make more dollars and start living the American dream, you're taught as a child to live the American dream, you must purchase a what? House. You taught that from the very, very beginning. Don't rent when you can buy. Don't do this, don't do that. Well, back in the good old days, you had to have a down payment. You would save up for your house. Hey, baby, we're saving up for a house right now. We're going to have that house in 5 years. You would save up for a house with a down payment, and then you would get something attached to it called a mortgage. Does that make sense? Mortgage has the same word in it, M-O-R-T. That stands, the same thing is synonymous with mortician. M-O-R-T means debt until you die. That's why people are scared of mortgages. To change that perception, the government and banks and investors came out with this term called subprime what? Lending. Subprime lending. That means, hey, let's make it where everybody, whether you got any of this or not, can get a house. Because if that's the American dream, we need to have more people living the American way. The American dream. Well, Wall Street got real smart over the past 20 years, and they said, you know what? We're going to bundle all these loans together and start selling these loans to investment banks. Investment banks will then make more what? Money. If the investment banks are making a whole lot more money, you know, Goldman Sachs, Bear Stearns, Lehman Brothers, right? Merrill Lynch. If we bundle these mortgages and sell them to the investment banks are the major banks that can afford to do all the extra what? Lending. So more people will start buying more what? Houses. It's a big cycle. More money is in circulation, or what you think is money, but it's really credit. A lot of money is on circulation. The banks are looking great. Stocks are going what? Up. More confidence is in the market. When confidence is in the market, also known as trust, people have a tendency to what? Buy and spend. So the banks also knew that in order for us to get more people to buy homes, we have to lower the standards. We have to lower what it takes for you to get a what? A house. See, it used to be hard. People used to save up for 10 years to get a down payment. Now, or 5 years ago, you just walk in. What's your name? Brian Beane. Social security number 256 blank 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 21. Here's the keys to a new house. And by the way, here's a line of credit. Go get you the furniture. That's what they were doing. Because they figured the more money they loan, the more stuff will take off. So a house is supposed to come with some equity. Well, now that you have this mortgage, and you got a social security number, now you got way more house than you can afford. Big old house. Because you've been taught all your life that in America, bigger mean better. Big car, big house, SUV, 2-3 SUVs, big homes. But guess what? You don't have a whole lot of money, but you qualify for the big house. This was years ago. So we were taught that the bank wouldn't be giving me all this house if I couldn't afford it. Yes, they will. Because a lot of money is being made as long as the housing market continues to what? Flourish.